Hello ducklings, it's been a time since we saw last time on my second vlog, so I thought it was time to do one more again. What's happened since last? I've been sick, very sick, so I had a very annoying flu that didn't want to really get away, but I'm not better. I've been to different kind of checkups for my health. Some are just women related, so there's nothing to worry about. It's just things they do just in case if and when you should have something. And the other is for my other type of problems that I have with my sicknesses, so I hope I can get a new clue to how to get better faster, because I want to be much more better. After that I've been celebrating Midsummer, and for Trevor it was the first time to see a Swedish Midsummer Eve and how we celebrate it. And at least we were lucky that day to get into the car in time, because after that we got a really hellish rain. But now we at least know why Midsummer Eve is one of the most important times during a year for a Swede, at least. So now I got my vacation finally. A little sad that Trevor can't be off more than my last week, but he haven't worked that long at his work, so we can't afford having him home unnecessary time. So he have to work at least 2 more weeks before we have 1 week together. So we're gonna see what we're gonna do during that time. But we have bought some more clothes, and some clothes for me was a pleasant surprise, and some was a big disappointment. So that's the way it goes when you're not a slim person. And I'm a little too old with all my sickness too, so it's not easy to fit in some type of clothes that maybe not made for curvy persons, especially when I'm taller than some of the girls that are, for example, in UK. They can put on bigger sizes, but because they are much shorter than me, so it fits on them. But when it comes to me, my shoulders and my boobs are a little too big for it if I'm gonna have to fulfill even my length. So I hope I can get managed with my health, so at least I can maybe get off with some of the water retention too. That is one of the most biggest issue when it comes to my weight gain. It's not that much the fat itself, is that I got too much fluid in my body, and that's not good. That's why I go for examination too, because it's depends on my thyroid problems. I'm not sure if I said that word, but it's that hormone things you get from this thing that is inside here, and that gives me all other type of problems like the water retention. Right now it's not that bad in my face, but I still got bags under my eyes. It's not because I haven't slept or something, that is because I got water under, and even can be really bad on my eyelids. It can be really swollen the whole face. Then I got arms, belly, thighs, legs, feet, everywhere. So it's a lot of parts, and some of the parts makes me embarrassing to show that part when it comes to just having the skin and not having something over it that covers. But I think it's maybe more in my head that it looks disgusting than in others, but maybe something can look disgusting because I'm not that slim in that kind of way. But it's something I have to accept, because I can't really do much more before the doctors can tell me what to do, but I need to do something about it, that's for sure, because it's not just that I have it, it's just that when I got migraine or very hard headache, my blood pressure really goes low, and that is risky. I can either get a stroke, or one day my heart can decide I don't want to do this anymore, because it's heavy for the heart to pump around all the liquid in my body, especially when I'm swollen because of the water retention. It makes it even harder. The heart has to work so much more. And I don't want to die earlier than I have to, even if I still survive one accident that actually could have killed me, but I survived. But I'm like a cat, I got more than one life, but that don't mean I don't want to take any risk if I can do something about it. So I hope I'm gonna get some news that can make some change. As I said, one clue can be maybe a new diet, but I hope it's not gonna go that far, because that means that I have to stop maybe eating gluten and that kind of things, and that's gonna be a hard deal for me, because I'm not really that good at cooking food, especially when it comes to taking away those parts that include gluten, because that is almost everywhere. It feels like it when you start to read about it. So I cross my finger it's gonna go better. After that, I have been watching a video with Angela Benedict, a very famous YouTuber into the Gothic subculture, when she talked about being killed for being a Goth. And the reference is Sophie Lancaster, when she died just because she was Goth. And she told a little about her own experience from when she was younger, about this list they have, hit lists on people that was into the subculture. And it was not just practical jokes they did, it was very terrible things that really could end up in the same way like it did for Sophie. But what I could understand, at least no one was killed, but it could be worse. And I don't think it's any excuse even if you don't be killed, because you still risk a person to get injuries for life or something, so it's no excuse. It's still a very bad thing. But you never know about people, and even if it's 2017 it still happen things. So they have this project, Goths for Sophie, that you can support. I did it my way. I ordered a calendar from them, so now I'm really excited to get it later this year. So I done my part in that project, and it's a good one. I have my own experience about looking different, even though I don't look that different nowadays. I'm more blackish, but some people still think I look a little too scary. I don't know why, but I think I look more cute than scary, but that's the taste thing. So one of the stories was during the times when I was younger, when you go through the different phases, maybe different type of styles into Goth. And I had this phase with a lot of synthetic dreads in my hair. That was very common during the time. And I was in a queue for paying my stuff in the shop, when suddenly a guy jumped on me from the back, pulled my hair so hard it really hurted me, and my head went backwards. Lucky enough, I wasn't hurt more than I got pain, but his only excuse was that he wanted to know if it was stuck with my head. Of course it was stuck, it was braided into my scalp, so... But that's still not excuse. The only excuse was probably for him that he thought he could do it just because I didn't look like anyone else. And that's wrong. And I had another incident when I had blue loose hair in my hair on a club. When a guy that went to that Goth club, he was not a Goth himself, but he was really drunk. And he tried to walk after me and start to pull my hair hard too. And tell me, this isn't your real hair, this isn't your real hair. Of course it wasn't mine. But after all, it was really annoying too, and I couldn't get rid of him, because he really was following wherever I went. He was just behind me and pulled my hair and said the same comment. So I had friends that actually had to help me to get away from him. But I guess I'm lucky. It wasn't that bad things, not that things that could kill me or something. I'm just happy enough to not cross my path with someone that could do that kind of things. But it shouldn't be happening. And I think we had another issue too. We need to still into the subculture themselves try to start and respect each other, because there are still a lot of people that don't accept you for being you. You have to look a certain way, you have to listen to exactly the right type of music all the time. You have to be thin, you can't be fat, and 1,000 other type of things that can have like an excuse for jumping off on you and say you're not Goth. But I usually say, even if you don't look a Goth, you can be a Goth, because the Goth part of you is inside. The second part is the look, and the look is not what everyone can look every day. Some people can look at the weakest when they're off. Some people never look like a Goth, and they maybe don't have the interest to look that kind of way, but they are still into the rest bit, the most important of everything. And then we got the people that actually can live the fully life out. And they even work like models. They have sponsors. They are big YouTubers too. They're big on Instagram. They're big everywhere, and they're famous. They do covers and a lot of stuff. They even design maybe their own stuff and that kind of things. And even in Sweden we have those people that actually can live that kind of way. But most of us can't. And in Sweden there are little age phases too, because if you start to go over a certain age, you can't be something like Goth. And I don't know how many times people tell me, when are you going to grow up? And I just look at them and say, this is not a face, this is me. You can't change the person I am. Even if I should go back and play blonde like I'm naturally is, I'm still Goth. You can't change me. And it's sad that everything has to be in some type of boxes everywhere. And it doesn't matter if you're into the subculture itself, or if it's people outside the subculture. It's still like you have to fight for your right to be a Goth. And that's sad. It shouldn't be that kind of way. We should accept everyone. We live in a time when we actually can be that kind of way, and we don't have to risk to be burned on like witches just because we look in a certain way or having a certain type of interests. But still, we have to fight. But we need first to start respect each other's into the subculture itself. So if we start somewhere, at least it could be maybe better during, I don't know how long time that's gonna take, but I hope one day everyone can look back and see and even say, we can't understand how things can go that wrong, but today you can be yourself. And it's really like one of the projects in Sweden that include a lot of different things, even with the persons that is not Swedish themselves, but they are into this project. And that is a project that say the right to be yourself. You shouldn't have to change the person you are. That was all for this. I hope I haven't bored you too much. Love you all. Bye.